Amazing. Love it. You look great, sweetie. You're gonna do great. You show them how to eat that pizza.
Okay.
Have a good time.
Alright, homie.
Can I steal something?
Yes, you can.
I don't mean to, but it's calling my name.
Let's call it your name.
Can I be on your channel?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Love you.
Love you too.
Hey, if you don't eat a crust, save it for me. Okay?
Okay.
It's stuffed crust today, you guys. Bye.
Bye.
I love you.
Love you too. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are having Pizza Hut pizza. I got some wings. They're the boneless wings. They are teriyaki, I believe. A couple breadsticks, and then the pizza is stuffed crust, which is delicious, and the crust is Parmesan cheese flavored, or Parmesan something. And then I got, for the toppings, I got ham, bacon, Italian sausage, pineapple, and jalapenos. So let's just go ahead and get started because I haven't eaten all day and I'm actually really hungry. This looks really good, so let's just jump right into it. I know a lot of people don't like Yo! It's okay. Just gonna have to stuff all this in my mouth. As I was saying, I know a lot of people don't like pineapple on their pizza. Really frowned upon sometimes. But I love it. I love pizza on the pineapple. I think it's the best thing that you could do to a pizza, and it's delicious. Got some ranch too. Pizza and ranch is the best. So lately, I've been really into like horror stories and creepy stories and murder mysteries and stuff like that. And on Instagram, I follow a bunch of creepy pages that usually come up once in a while, obviously on my feed. And they have creepy stories, and I like reading through them, and it's just enjoyable. So I stumbled upon a couple that were actually pretty creepy in my eyes. But yeah, so I do that a lot on Instagram. I also go, I don't really go on it, but I've heard about like Reddit, and I've seen some stories that people post on Reddit and stuff like that. Last time I was scrolling on Instagram though, and I follow this page called CreepHub, or Creepy Hub, CreepHub or Creepy Hub, it's one of the two. There was a story about this girl who was driving into town or something like that. I don't know where she was coming from. And somebody was, hitchhiking and was trying to get picked up. So she was like, okay, whatever, she stopped, pulled over, and asked the person where he was heading. It was a dude. Asked him where he was heading. He said, oh, I'm going into town. And she said, oh, I'm going that way too. If you want, just go ahead and hop in. So he hopped in. They made their way into town. Everything was cool throughout the ride. Like, he was really friendly. They were chopping it up and everything, They made a pit stop, a little rest stop. They were going to get something to eat. He said he didn't have any money. And she was like, oh, don't worry about it. I got you covered. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. He was a little hesitant, but he's like, yeah, okay, cool, They finish. They go into town. And he's about to get out, and he says, oh, can I have your number? And, so we can, like, catch up later on or whatever. And she says, yeah, okay, sure, why not? I met a friend, he was cool. She gives the guy her phone number. And then 1 week later, she gets a phone call. And it's the dude that she picked up. And he tells her, he's like, I just want you to be thankful to God that you were raised up so nice. Because when I got into your car, my plans were to kill you, leave your body in a ditch, and take your car. But since you were so nice, I couldn't bring myself to do it. And then he said, just promise me that you'll never pick up another hitchhiker ever in your life. And I was just like, dang, that's such a crazy story, because it's like, you just never know who's out there or the intentions of people. Like, you obviously want to try to help somebody, but you don't know if this person's a psycho or what their intentions are, so it's just creepy. And just in general, I think hitchhiking, or when you're gonna pick somebody up like that, I just think it's very dangerous. It sucks because you want to help, but at the same time, you're just like, I don't know, you know, like what if this person is just, it's is weird, a psycho, a killer, whatever it be, you know? I love ghost stories, and like I said before, I believe in ghosts. But I think the stories that have to do with, like the one I just told you guys, or that have to do with like murders and stuff like that, I think those are scarier, just because, how do I explain it? Like ghost stories, like there are a lot of people that, you know, obviously believe in ghosts, and then there are a lot of people that are skeptical about them, and then a lot of them that are just straight up, they don't believe in it. But when it comes to like murder cases or murder stories or creepy stories like that, like Craigslist or picking up a hitchhiker, it's not whether you believe that or not. It's like, it's true, that happens. There are people that hitchhike, there are people on Craigslist that are weird. So it's not, I think that's scarier, you know? The fact that it's not like, oh, a ghost. It could be, it's either real or not. You know what I mean? And I think that's why I like those kind of stories a little bit more. Just crazy people out there. I know a lot of people like using Craigslist too. And I used to go on Craigslist all the time and look for stuff. You want to find something cheaper, or you want to find something that isn't in stores anymore and somebody has it. You obviously go on Craigslist or on eBay or anything like that. But Craigslist is more than eBay because eBay delivers or they send it to you. But yeah, like Craigslist, you have to actually go and meet the person and actually see them face to face. And a lot of the times, you just got to be careful because you don't know who that person is, what their intentions are, you know? So, like there was this other story that I read about, and it was this girl and she was looking for a couch, and she saw posting about it on Craigslist. So she looked at it, she looked at the pictures, the couch looked cool and everything. So she sent this person a message saying like, hey, I'm interested in the couch or whatever. Set up a time to meet. And this person was like, come to my house. So she went. As soon as she got there, the house was kind of sketchy. And she was like, okay, it's kind of sketchy, but whatever. That's the first mistake. You should just, if the house is sketchy, you get a bad feel, just leave. Don't be like, whatever. You know, just dip. You know, there's no point in going if, you know, you gotta trust your instincts. So she goes inside and it's this guy. The guy's like, oh, the couch is right there. The couch is not anything close to what the pictures made it seem like. The couch was dirty, it was disgusting, and she was like, oh, you know, the couch looks way different. And the guy's like, oh, I know. That's an old couch. I have another couch that's downstairs in the basement. If you want, you can look at it, and then I'll help you bring it up or whatever. And then she was like, oh, no, it's okay, you know, I'm not really interested anymore. I'll just find it somewhere else. And he's like, no, like, come on, just take a look at the guy was very insistent. He's like, just take a look at it. It's just downstairs. So she faked the phone call, pretended that somebody was calling her, and she was like, oh, you're right outside? Okay, let me just head out. She left. This guy ended up finding her and stalked her for a while, so she ended up calling the police. When the police went to this guy's house, they went down to the basement and they had found some rope, some duct tape, and like just a bunch of other stuff to like tie people up or like keep them captive. And then at the stairs going down to the basement, they found like tripwire or like something to, when you're going downstairs, it makes you trip so you fall, and then he can then do whatever he needs to do. That's another case of like, holy crap, this girl was lucky, because if she was dumb enough to be like, oh, okay, I'll check it out, she would have ended up in this person's basement for God knows how long, and the guy would have done God knows what to her. So I don't know if Craigslist is as popular as it used to be, but if Craigslist is still around and you can still buy stuff like that. And if you guys do use Craigslist, just be careful. Like I said, a lot of weirdos out there nowadays, and people's intentions nowadays are not good. You know, holy smokes! Didn't even cut my pizza. Look at this. Look at that behemoth of a slice. Holy smokes. Alright. It's okay. Challenge accepted. Let's go. I got you. So good. I got my apple juice. Oh, yeah. That's delicious. I forgot what I was thinking about the other day. And it reminded me of when I used to live with my mom. And we used to live with one of our aunts and her cousins. Around 8th grade. And that apartment was really creepy. Always got really bad vibes from it. And I hated being alone. And my younger sister one time said that she was taking a shower, and when she was like washing the water, like taking the water out of her eyes or whatever, she looked to her left. She saw a hand coming around like this way, kind of like pushing the curtain or the shower curtain open, and she freaked out. Like she got out and she started panicking and everything. My sister's those type of people that she doesn't just get that freaked out for no reason. She was the most scared that I've seen her in a while. So my mom was like, look, it's okay, maybe you just saw something. They just left it at that. And one time, I was heading out of my room goes straight into the hallway, walked through the hallway, went to go sit down on the couch. Sat down right next to my mom, and just talking, and then all of a sudden she was like, hey, wait, what's that on your shoulder? And I was like, oh, I don't know. So I looked, and she takes out the longest, like this long ass white hair, like about like that big, like straight long white hair. And she was like, where did this come from? Like, where did you go? Like, did you see anybody? Like, what's going on? My mom doesn't have long white hair, neither does my aunt, neither do any of my cousins. Nobody has long white hair. So we were just like, okay, that's really, really, really creepy. My cousins had mentioned that they had seen this lady dressed in all white, like she was like in a white dress and she was really old. And they had seen her like after work, and they sometimes would come home late from work. They had seen some lady in white and they were freaked out. And I'm assuming that it was this person's hair, I don't know, but it was just really weird because it's like, that's crazy, you know? And I remember whenever I was in the bedroom, our bed would make noise every time you got on it, but it was only when you got on. So you would get on and it would just kind of like make noise, like kind of squeak a little bit whenever you would move or whenever you would get on it or apply pressure to the mattress. So sometimes I'd be watching TV on the floor and I would just hear the bed squeak, and it'd be light though, like, you know, little light squeaks here and there, but it would be continuous, and I would always hear that all the time. I didn't really pay any attention to it. I was like, whatever, the bed's old, makes noises, I didn't really care. As soon as we moved to a new apartment, that stopped. And at some point at the new apartment, I thought back and I was like, why was it making noises? Like, now it doesn't. Now it's just completely quiet. And that was another thing that I was like, that's a little weird, but I didn't really pay any attention. But I'm assuming that it was that lady that my cousin saw or something like that. It was just really creepy. It didn't like being there at night. Oh, getting kind of full. And there was a story that I saw about this dude that snuck into this house, you know, went up to the attic and he stayed there. And then one time, I guess he came down and he didn't know anybody was home. The owner of the house saw him, which is, it was a family. So the husband found him and they confronted each other. He ended up killing the guy. The dude that was staying in the attic ended up killing the husband. And he just went back up. The police didn't find any signs of forced entry or anything like that. They didn't find him. And then eventually they did. And he said, yeah, I ended up killing him. And it's just creepy, you know? Like, imagine having somebody living in your house without you knowing. And there was another one. It was a video. some guy got suspicious about his food. Like, it just kept disappearing. He would just run out of food so fast. And he was just like, what the hell's going on? Why is my food disappearing so fast? So he set up cameras. And then when he checked them, he saw that it was some lady. It was like this homeless lady that was staying up in his attic. And on the camera, it shows her like poking her head out and then seeing if anybody was home. And then she would get out and she would go through the pantry and the cupboards and everything. And it was just like, it's just so scary, you know? Like, now when we get at home, I'm just going to be paranoid. And that's the first thing I'm going to go check, the attic and the basement, you know? It's just crazy. It's just so interesting to talk about and so interesting to watch videos on these kind of topics, you know. Like, I was watching this top 10 video. I think the creepiest one that I saw, I don't know why I thought it was really, I mean, it is creepy, but to me, for some reason, it was just extra creepy. This couple left their door open, and I guess the way that it's set up is it's 2 stories, but the front door is at the second story. And you go down the stairs and that's your living area and everything else, your bedrooms and stuff. So I guess they left the door open. This guy comes in, he just sneaks in, and the couple had fallen asleep on the couch watching TV. And you can see it. They have a surveillance camera set up in their living room, and it's like looking this direction. And you see the couple here, up the stairs, and then that's the front door. You see it open, you see this guy come in. And he doesn't steal anything, he doesn't make a noise. He literally just sits there, leans against the wall, and he just looks at the couple sleep from upstairs. He just looks down at them sleep, and he just stays looking at them for like about 15 to 20 minutes, just straight up looking at them. And it's just like, I don't know why, to me it was just like, holy crap, that's scary, you know. And then at the end of the 15 or 20 minutes that he stayed, he just leaves casually. He doesn't take anything. He doesn't take a handbag, he doesn't take anything at all. He just leaves. And that's it. And I was just like, it just kind of gave me chills, because I'm like, imagine you sleeping and then somebody's just straight up looking at you. That's creepy. I hadn't had pizza in a little bit. It was really good though. I just want to say thank you guys, because I didn't expect my channel to be growing so fast, so quickly, and it's awesome. I'm really thankful. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Can't wait to make more videos, put out more content for you guys. Make you guys happy, I hope. I think that's it for today, you guys. I'm actually pretty full. I'm gonna pack this up and probably give it to Kim's brother, because he always takes our leftovers, if you didn't know. Comment, let me know any creepy stories that you guys have heard about, or anything that's ever happened to you, or somebody you know, or just anything creepy in general. I would love to hear it. I love hearing stories, love this kind of stuff, so I love talking about it. Woo! Thank you guys for joining me today. Please comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Especially comment. I love reading your guys' comment. I love looking through them, and whenever I get the chance, I always answer and like your comments. But thank you guys again, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.